Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're basically going to become math detectives. We're going to crack a code that you see all over the place, from video games to planning a road trip. Yep, we're talking about algebraic equations. And by the time we're done here, you're going to walk away with the master key to solve them.
So let's just dive right in with a puzzle like this. Now I know, seeing that mysterious x on both sides of the equation can look a little tricky at first. But trust me, it's just a well-designed mystery, and we're about to solve it together step by step.
The absolute key to solving this, and really every equation, is to picture that equal sign as the very center of a perfectly balanced scale. You know, like an old-timey justice scale. Everything on the left side has to weigh the exact same as everything on the right.
And that brings us to the one rule to rule them all. This is it, our master key for every single algebraic puzzle. If you add a 5-pound weight to the left side, you've got to add the exact same 5-pound weight to the right side to keep that scale from tipping over. It's that simple, but it is so important.
And here's what that looks like in action. On the left, see how we take the same thing away from both sides? The scale stays perfectly level. Everything's cool. But look at the right. If we only change one side, the whole thing gets thrown out of whack. Keeping that balance is absolutely everything.
Okay, so when you're staring down a puzzle like this one, what's the best first move? I mean, our main goal, our whole mission, is to get that x all by itself. We want to isolate it, and that whole process kicks off with one smart, strategic first step.
And here it is. This is our master plan. It's a super simple 3-step game plan that just works every time. First, we get all the x terms to hang out on one side. Then, second, we move all the regular old numbers to the opposite side. And finally, one last move and bam, the solution is revealed.
All right, let's put this plan into action. Let's put it to the test with this example. Our mission is pretty clear. Find the hidden value of y.
Okay, first up, step 1. We got to unite the variables. To get all the y terms together on one side, let's subtract 2y. And because we always follow our golden rule, we have to do it to both sides to keep our scale perfectly balanced.
And just like that, the puzzle is already simpler. 4y minus 2y leaves us with 2y on the left, and poof, the y on the right side has totally vanished. Now we're all set up for step 2.
Now for step 2, we need to isolate those constants. We want to move that minus 7 away from our y term. So what's the opposite of subtracting 7? Well, it's adding 7. So we'll add 7 to both sides, once again keeping everything in perfect balance.
And look where we are now. This is awesome. The y terms are all together on the left, and the numbers are all together on the right. We are so close. We're right on the verge of the final reveal.
And here it is, the grand finale, step 3. We have to reveal the solution. Right now, y is being multiplied by 2. So to get it completely alone, we just do the opposite. We divide by 2. And you know the drill. We got to do it to both sides.
And there we have it. The secret value is unlocked. The solution to our puzzle is that y equals 6. See? We just followed the plan, we kept the balance, and we found the answer.
So, you might be thinking, okay, that's cool, but what's the big deal about x and y? Well, here's the crucial point. We're not just shuffling numbers around for fun. We're learning the language that describes how things are related. It is a crazy powerful tool for finding real answers when you've got missing information.
So let's see how this works with a more practical problem, something you might actually see. We've got a geometry puzzle here, but don't worry, we can translate it into an equation that we already know how to solve.
Think of us as translators. We're going to take the words from this problem and turn them directly into math. We know the formula for perimeter, right? And the problem gives us all the pieces we need, just in terms of x.
Now when we plug those pieces into the formula, we get this equation. I know it might look a little more complex than the last one, but it's just another puzzle, and we now have all the tools we need to solve it.
First things first, let's clean this up a bit. Inside those parentheses, we have 3x plus 2x. Well, that's just 5x. Easy enough. Now we multiply that by the 2 that's hanging out outside, which gives us a much friendlier looking puzzle. 10x equals 20.
And now for the final simple move. To get x all by itself, we just divide both sides by 10. And that reveals that the value of x is 2. Simple as that.
Now, here's the really cool part, where we get to prove we're right. We can take our answer, x equals 2, and plug it back into the original problem. The length, which was 3x, becomes 3 times 2, so that's 6. The width, 2x, becomes 2 times 2, so that's 4. Now let's check the perimeter. 2 times 6 plus 4, that's 2 times 10, which is 20. It's a perfect match.
So now you've got the master plan, and you've got the golden rule. You have the tools to solve for the unknown. So the only question left is, what puzzle in your world, whether it's budgeting for something, or building something, or just planning a trip, what puzzle could an equation help you solve next?